What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Andy on Ask Your Brown Friend, where I talk about situations I get myself into, how I get out of them, and just life in general. I hope everybody's doing all right. Say Happy New Year to everybody. Say I know I haven't been up on here in a little bit. Say I've just been trying to steer clear, because of COVID and everything. Been trying to scrub down everything real good. So, let me just go ahead and get it right into it. As I'm sitting in the basement, hunkered down, you know what I'm saying, full of canned goods, bottled water, and making bullets, right? So I want to get on here and just rant a little bit, y'all. Say, as the year's been progressing, you know what I mean, and COVID and kicked in, it seemed like everybody lost their good damn mind. You know what I'm saying? So I've been noticing a lot of crazy stuff, and I just been sitting and reflecting on this shit, right? So one of the first things I'm gonna go off on is these transgenders, right? Like I don't have a problem with anybody being, acting, or portraying who they feel they need to be, right? Like I don't have a problem with that. But I think it's just quite unfair how they doing everybody, in the sports world. You know what I mean? So you got these guys who have never been a winner except kickball, you know what I'm saying, participating in all these women's sports. So now all of a sudden they're super athletes, right? You got these guys beating up girls in boxing. Then you got these guys, who want to be swimmers, you know what I'm saying, out swimming girls. As one young cat told me the other day, and it made a lot of sense. He's going to say, Andy. I said, what, man? He says, you got these guys, right, participating who have had testosterone in their body their whole life. And now because, they're like, hey, I don't have any more testosterone in my system, or my body's not producing anymore. It doesn't mean that your body doesn't have the muscle memory of having testosterone in its system. You know what I mean? So these guys are definitely cheating, right? That's crazy. I wish we could go back to the Archie Bunker days where girls were girls and men were men, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? This is kind of tripping me out, y'all, because, you know, I just think it's totally unfair. And because there's not going to be one time in active history that, a woman's going to come into the man sport and start dominating because they were designed different. So that ain't fair. I just think we need to get that one together. If there's going to be, transgender competition, I think we should let them compete against each other, right? And just create their own little category. I feel like we should just be really fair with everybody. But that's just me, though. Another thing I want to rant about, right, is I'm sitting down in my basement, hunkered over canned food, bottled water, making bullets, you know what I'm saying, looking at my old YouTubes, critiquing myself, talking about that guy's good looking, that guy's funny, that guy's interesting. When's he going to get back on here? But I'm sitting here, I'm singing, I'm just kind of playing with my child, you know, the sound guy. Right now we're not hearing the sound guy, but he's somewhere making noise. And I'm sitting here, singing Old MacDonald with him. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And as I'm sitting reflecting on life, and how crazy things have been in the month, well, actually the months and almost years of COVID, I start reflecting. I go, Old MacDonald. Well, that's on Old MacDonald to cover up the fact that Old MacDonald was a plantation owner, and he was trying to say in a really nice way that Old MacDonald had this farm, but they never wanted to say that he had no Negroes on his farm. He had pigs, goats, ducks, chickens, but no Negroes. For real. So Old MacDonald didn't have too much of a productive farm because I heard that song came out way back when, way beyond the 80s. So I'm just like, really? So we got a song that we teaching these kids about plantation owners still to this day. Oh man. And then I tried to sit down with my little guy and watch some Sesame Street, and I was just shocked. Like, Sesame Street has changed since I done grown up. Now I'm only, you know, 40 years old, but Sesame Street sure has changed. Now Bert and Ernie moved out from each other. We all know Bert and Ernie was, either they were stepbrothers or they was gay lovers. Now either way it go, it don't matter to me, because to me, Bert and Ernie represented of that structure. You know what I mean? Just two dudes, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever they do, but they was true to it. You know what I mean? They got on. They basically told you the do's and don'ts, the rules you should follow, how you should just be kind to each other. And I didn't care if they was gay, straight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bert and Ernie was speaking, positivity and following the rules, which we don't really do anymore anyway. We just kind of make them up as we go along. Then I've seen that, like, damn near all the characters have changed on Sesame Street. No more Snuffleupagus, you know what I'm saying? And that was my guy, but everybody knew that Snuffleupagus was on some type of hardcore drug. I think it was heroin or something. He was just hyper. He was just always, his head just rocking and rolling, eyes just rolling back in his head. But we ain't give a damn, because you know what? Snuffleupagus rolled up on the scene, just taught everybody, how to be cool, calm, and collective about what's going on around you and just live as best you can. As I sit back and analyze, I like Big Bird. You know what I'm saying? Big Bird was moving a mile a minute. Big Bird could talk more than the Micro Machine Guy. And if y'all younger cats don't know who the Micro Machine Guy is, look up some of the old TV commercials. The Micro Machine dude was hilarious. He would talk a mile a minute, and he would talk about these cars and how cool they were, and it was just crazy. But everybody knew that Big Bird, you know what I'm saying, was basically like he was a crackhead, you know what I'm saying? Nobody moving around that much, all jittered out for nothing, you know what I mean? But I didn't care, you know what I mean? I was a kid. I'm just looking at it from the point of like, look at this Big Bird roll up, trying to help everybody, trying to and trying to do something, right? Trying to help everybody out. But like I said, Sesame Street ain't the same, man. The street ain't the same. They got rid of Oscar the Grouch. We all knew that Oscar the Grouch represented the modern day bum. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I knew that Oscar lived in a garbage can, and it was because he wanted to. It was nobody oppressed Oscar. Oscar was just out there living that life. You know what I mean? Oscar was doing a little bit of everything, but he didn't care. You know what I mean? Oscar did not make any qualms. Then nobody abused Oscar. Everybody was just trying to be cool with him. Everybody knew Cookie Monster what he was. Cookie Monster was the modern day, weed head. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see him, cookie, 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 cookie. Ain't nobody eating that many damn cookies unless they got the munchy, 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 munchies, right? I started looking more at PBS. I'm just waiting now for the next show to come on because I'm chomping at the bit. What else have they changed on PBS for children? When I started talking to my oldest child, right, the oldest guy, the producer, you know what I'm saying, he's almost a grown up, right? So as he's sitting there watching me just go off, hey, what's going on here, blah, blah, blah. He's like, Dad, what are you tripping on? I said, man, because guys like Mr. Rogers, now that I sit and think about it, right? Mr. Rogers is always singing, changing clothes. You see him, he just built it all, putting on a new sweater and stuff, you know what I mean? Won't you be my neighbor? I'm thinking to myself now, there only one or two things going on in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Either Mr. Rogers was secretly doing stuff to people in the neighborhood, or he was a serial killer because there ain't that much going on that you need everybody to be your neighbors. So people either moving out, Mr. Rogers, because you're doing some extracurricular stuff, or Mr. Rogers was offing people, you know what I mean, and getting rid of the evidence because there ain't no reason you need to change into a new sweater to go do some stuff every single day or change his shoes and you know what I'm saying. He was on it all the time. You know what I mean. I don't understand what was going on, Mr. Rogers. And then as you start sitting back, you start looking at just regular stuff that you think you know as an adult. You start looking at the origins of things. Like, did y'all know the first French fries wasn't even made in France? The first French fries was made in Greece. I guess, what I'm saying, that's part of them silly dad jokes, what I'm saying, that I learned. You know what I'm saying? Because being in COVID, man, you ain't got nothing else to do with your time, you know what I'm saying, but entertain yourself and your kids. Make a YouTube channel, come on here, try to entertain other people. Hopefully, y'all tell other people about it, you know what I'm saying? Probably get a 1,000 views or whatever, you know what I mean? But I guess, I'm gonna get ready to get up off here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna close like I normally do. I'm never gonna change the air we breathe. Makes us all related, so suck it up and hate it. Oh, and one more thing. I would like to send out a special apology to E-Rock's girlfriend. Sometimes I'll be saying things to people and I'll be writing tickets in real life that my ass can't cash. Please forgive me, young lady, for some of the foul things I've said and passed through E-Rock. Because if y'all see me next time on the channel and I got a black eye, I'm just putting it out there. E-Rock's girlfriend, E-Rock girlfriend, they hit me in the eye, and I'm gonna probably lie about it and just say I fell down the stairs or something because I ain't gonna be one of them dudes telling the police that a woman that did something to me. Even if she did, I'm gonna just suck it up as a man and just keep it to myself. All right, y'all take it easy now. Peace.